Today, we're going to be watching a video by Jubilee, Can Two People Fall in Love with 36 Questions?
Now, of course, me and him have been together for a while. We're working on 5 years, but we want to see how these questions play out. This is a blind react, so we have no clue what they're asking. It could be very simple questions, could be hard questions. Either way, get to know more about each other one way or another. So, like we said, it's from Jubilee, so we're going to go ahead and go through these questions with these people and answer them in our own words.
Welcome to LifeSwitch.
Here we go.
When did you last sing to yourself and to someone else?
I sing every day. It's kind of hard to say, do you sing to someone else? But we're kind of always together now. So when I do sing at her. And most of the time when I'm singing something, she chimes in and sings it with me. So, it's not a moment in the house that you can ever play Bohemian Rhapsody and we're not all doing each verse. It's just it has to be that way.
I mean, we sing pretty much all day, every day. Music is definitely a all the time thing in our household regardless. But I want to say the last time I sung was probably when I was cooking. I sing while I cook all the time. So more than likely when I was cooking. Yeah.
I think singing is definitely music by itself, whether it's just the rhythm of instruments or the rhythm of a voice. It's one of those things that's integral to humanity. We all move to the rhythm some way, shape, or form, whether it's the rhythm of the trees and the rivers and some Pocahontas stuff that I can't remember right now, or whether it's the rhythm of the beat that we create ourselves, and we just gotta move.
Music is also therapy. I think it soothes the soul and is definitely one of the main forms of therapy. If you're religious or spiritual, it's a part of a lot of people's spirituality. That's the main area of worship. That's the main area of praise. Not to mention it's poetry. It's speaking to somebody when you can't find the words to say, or when you don't have, I'm not going to say the guts to talk to somebody or say something to somebody, but
the means to express yourself.
The means to express yourself. You ever want to say something to somebody and couldn't just get the words to come out your mouth, but the words say it perfectly in the song, so when the song comes on, you shoot it up real loud so they
hold the boombox,
listen to it, or send it to that person and hope they listen to the words and get the same meaning as you did out of it. So music, yeah,
sing often.
Regularly.
All right, let's move on.
I feel like they're checkpoints.
Yeah.
Oh. Here we go. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
Oh.
That's the second question.
If you could change anything about the way you were raised, humble beginnings? Can we change that? You know what I mean? Could I just get a little silver spoon? I don't need a big one. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just... no.
Marcus, here is your reminder from Sika.
Oh, listen.
It's 4:20. Kiss the love of your life. Marcus, here is your reminder from Sika. It's 4:20. Kiss the love of your life.
420 is our anniversary. So, at 420, every day, all the times, on all the days, if we're near each other and we see each other, we kiss each other. Exactly on 420, both. Night and morning.
And if we're away from each other, we send each other kissy emojis.
Yeah, I get a notice on my phone too.
Yeah, I guess. Are you done with your upbringing question?
Yeah, I guess to the most part, I had a pretty good upbringing. You know, I come from a single mother household, and she did everything I felt was necessary and needed to get me to where I am today. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that part. Of course, those are very humble beginnings, but you know, without a little bit of strife and struggle in your life, you probably will grow up to be very dull anyway. So, to me, I think that these type of things build character, and it's nothing that I don't like about myself now. So, I would go to the path of changing things.
I think as far as me, what I would change about my upbringing, the thing that sticks out the most is I firmly believe that you should not stay together for the sake of the kids. So I feel like the moment my parents didn't feel happy with one another, they should have went ahead and separated and made whatever agreements they needed to make as far as us kids. I'm the oldest of 5. My parents stayed together a lot longer than they needed to, you know, which comes with its own complications and so forth. So I think if they would have just pushed that stay together for the sake of the kids notion out of their brains and just did what was best for them, it would have been a happier household from a lot sooner on.
All right. Moving on to the next question.
Complete this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share ...
I wish I had
someone who I wish I could share what with is how I take this prompt. I did want somebody, and I found that person, so to share my life with it. Moving forward, you know, I thought when you go forward in life, you're gonna have to make a decision. You can decide to either I'm gonna be by myself and do things by myself, right? That's one way. You can consider that being a bachelor. You can consider that being, you know, whatever, playboy, playgirl, whatever freelance life you want to, whatever. Then you have partnership. You know, I want to choose to spend my life with someone that can be my better half at times. You know, for me, that's finding someone who fits my puzzle piece, who has all the things that I lack, and they pick up for it so that, you know, this ball can keep rolling. It's kind of hard to roll with a crescent shape, so you gotta make that a complete package, you know. I think that 2 people make that work, so I found someone to share my life with, so I'm good.
Sitting here trying to think if there's something that I feel like I'm missing that I can't share with you, but like, you're the person I feel like I can share anything and everything with, so there's really nothing I hide from you, or that I was like, can't really share this with them, you know, which I haven't always felt that way. You know, a lot of times you have people in your life that you can't share everything with because they either get mad, or they take it the wrong way, or they feel some type of way, or whatever about it, and or you feel like you're going to be judged, or this, that, or the other. I don't really feel like that with you, so I think I agree with you there as far as already finding that, you know, so yeah.
All right, moving on to the next question.
Okay. Take 1 minute and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible.
Oh my gosh. Ooh. I'm trying.
1 minute. You want to set a timer? Or do we want to just shoot from the hip with this?
I guess shoot from the hip. I mean, my phone is recording right now, so. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You've been going first. Do you want to switch gears and let me go first, or do you
Sure.
want to do it?
Be my guest.
Sum me up in 1 minute. I'm the oldest of 5 kids. There's 3 boys, 2 girls, 3 girls, 2 boys. So I got 2 brothers and 2 sisters. I was born in Ohio, stayed there for a little bit, moved down to Charleston, South Carolina. When I moved down to Charleston, South Carolina, that's where both of my brothers were born. They're the 2 after me, and my dad was also born in South Carolina. After they were born, spent some years there, moved back to Ohio. It's where my 2 sisters were born, as well as myself. So all 3 of us girls were born in Ohio, like my mom. Parents kind of separated. We lived there with mom for a little bit. Dad came to Virginia, moved to Virginia in '99 in middle school. And I resided there for a while. My parents split. My mom went to Illinois. All of us kids stayed here with my dad. So my dad had us for a while, where he had me to himself my teenage years, and all the other kids as well. So he definitely had the grunt work as far as taking care of all 5 of us kids. In 2017, I picked up everything I had, which actually left everything I had behind, and me and my daughter, with the clothes on our backs, moved to Illinois for a new beginning, a new change. And a few years later, I met this guy. We stayed in Illinois for a little bit, grew together, and then 2022, we moved back here to Virginia, and we're here now.
Yeah, caught up. Now you're all caught up. As for myself, I am the youngest of 3, single parent household. Life was not terrible. I mean, we moved around a bit when I was younger. We eventually, I've stayed in Waukegan my entire life, mostly. I've left when I got older, but growing up, I pretty much grew up in Waukegan. There was a time period where I was really young, lived in California and such, but mostly Waukegan. I went to school in Waukegan. I guess I'm beating around the bush a bit just to say that growing up, it was a bit rough from time to time. Learning how to grow up, be a man. I didn't have a father in my life. I had a stepdad who was there from time to time, but largely, a lot of different groups growing up. I participated in some gang activities. I was in AP Science and in LD Reading and Math. I did boxing. I did golf for a while. I did tennis, football. I did a lot of different sports growing up. Then I started working, did landscaping. And I'm rambling now. Suffice to say that I grew up with a lot of different experiences that brought me to a well-rounded nature. Now, being an inventor-ish person my entire life, I've always been into art and artistry, so I've made things, taken things apart, and remade those components dozens and dozens and dozens of times over the years, to the point that, nowadays I'm focused on trying to make and create stuff, which is what you see here, and our Etsy shop, where I curate various different forms of art that inspire me, with the hopes that it inspires other people. To our current time, me and Jessica met a few years ago in my hometown of Waukegan, and we met online and instantly clicked. Then we met each other in person, and I just knew it had to be. So 5 years later, we're here making YouTube videos with you all. So, appreciate you guys being here for the ride. Moving on to the next question.
Alternate sharing something you consider a positive characteristic of your partner.
Oh, okay.
Alternate
Sharing a positive characteristic about your partner. One of the main things I love about you is your fascination to always learn and grow as an individual. Like, the first thing I fell in love with was your mind and the vast of information that you hold in that brain of yours about anything and everything, from, I don't know, how a vacuum works to space and molecules and cells and, I don't know, things of dinosaurs or how fountains work. It's just like, if you want to know a random fact, you're the person to ask. Like, even before I say, okay, Google, or hey, Alexa, it's Marcus, do you know this?
Well, I really appreciate the capacity that you have to reach out and understand pretty much about anything about any person. There's always a side of you that's like, well, I get where you're coming from. There's never a moment in time where she's like, I 100% disagree with this individual and they're completely wrong about everything. No, she will always figure out how this person is feeling and where they're coming from and see it from their point of view. And it's something that you don't get with a lot of people. So many people are self-absorbed to the point that you don't even notice that you're self-absorbed. This will go completely over your head. You have no idea what I'm talking about. But I'm talking to you. She's not like that. Not at all. She will definitely see it from your side of view and then try to help you see it from someone else's point of view if you're having trouble with that. But the capacity to reach out and really grab hold of somebody is something that, since I met her and everybody who's met her through me has been able to see and feel. And I'm sure you probably feel it too.
Yeah. Okay, all right, let's go to the next question.
You'll start.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, this is good. Okay. Would you go on a second date with your partner?
I would totally.
Yes. Nailed it. Done. Nailed that shit. Wait.
Do I have a choice? No, I'm just joking.
I mean, do you see the smile? Do you have a choice? I mean,
He's a Leo, in case you haven't noticed.
Raw.
A Leo.
A Gemini.
That's why I didn't say anything about his looks or anything like that. His head already got big enough. That's why I was like, do you want another compliment? No. I would not be able to fit in his camera if he got another compliment.
Says the Gemini. She knows she wants to.
Okay.
Well,
how do you feel about those questions?
I think overall it is an interesting group of questions that I think can really dive deep into an individual as long as you give it your all. Again, this was a setup by Jubilee called Can Two Strangers Fall in Love with 36 Questions? But they didn't film all 36 questions. So we only going to do this portion because that's what's there.
Do you think that those are questions that would have made you fall in love with me if that's how we began?
I think these are questions that we did. We definitely
asked a lot more questions.
Well, of course. But I think that largely these questions fall within the realm of stuff that we conversated about when we first met,
True. Are there any questions that you would have added to this?
Yeah, I think that it's important to ascertain future goals and accomplishments.
That's what I was thinking.
If you have a goal that is, near and dear to your heart, then it should be shared at this moment in time and, viewed to see if it's accepted or not, or even built upon. When I mentioned my goals to have some type of disaster relief village, a small area, a small piece of land that belongs to us, with people who go out with the intentions on helping people, not just in case of a hurricane or a tornado or flood, but everyday stuff where, some elderly people just need help around their house with things. You got people who are struggling with these type of bills. You got people who are struggling finding mental help. It's everyday struggles that people get caught up in, and it's so hard to figure out sometimes for certain people that they end up doing nothing. And when you have a group like what I'm trying to build, you can be that place where people can just be like, hey, Yellow Pages, can I get some help with this thing? And we'll be like, yeah. And when I met somebody who has a desire to have a rehab center and work on the mind and the mental aspects and the emotional aspects to the people that I'm trying to help out the physical aspect, it made a match made in heaven,
You definitely want to make sure that your goals are compatible with whoever you're with, and that your partner sees your goal just as much as you do. That you're not the one just kind of high and dry and this is only your thing, to where you have a support system to help you reach those goals, and it's just, easier to obtain and go after when you have someone that got your back, someone that you can trust, and someone who, like I said, your goals are kind of compatible, what I want to do kind of supports him, and what he wants to do supports me, so us working together in this aspect helps both of us out.
Tremendously. Also, it should be mentioned that it took time for both of us to individually decide what it is we want to do. And then we decided, hey, I believe in this dream and I'm going to go forward with this. And she made her own steps and her own strides to get where she is today, to have us in a position where we are now doing this and doing that. And I did as well. Because when you work on yourself, it makes it easier to partner with someone who's worked on themselves. Now you can work together instead of getting together and then trying to work on yourself apart. It's not the best method. We both spent years dealing with the wrong people, and when you express a dream, a lot of people laugh in your face. But as a person that's a lion, you don't really concern yourself with the opinions of a gazelle. That's just the life that I've lived. That doesn't mean that it doesn't bother you, that you are not understood, that no matter who you come across with, whoever you're trying to date or be interested in, if you express too much of yourself, they will shun you at some point until you find the right person who will then accept you and love you for who you are and help you with your dream.
Definitely. Besides the goals and stuff like that, I think just also talking about habits and just things that you like to do as hobbies and just things like that, to make sure that you have similarities and stuff there as well too. Because if you said that you was some kind of rock climber that climbs the side of mountains with harnesses and stuff and be like, I have to have a partner to do that, I would have been like, sorry. So long, farewell.
Need to say goodbye. No. It's been great to play and sing together in the house, and now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, farewell to you, my friends. So long for now, until we meet again. Yeah. No? I liked it. Well, this is LifeSwitch. Thanks for coming and visiting us and handling this is LifeSwitch. Thanks for coming along and joining us on this this video here to see if you can fall in love with 36 questions that we only got 6 of.
Was it only 6 questions?
Roughly, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6 questions.
Okay.
So stay tuned. We're gonna come out with more videos. Like, subscribe, comment, and if you have any input about the videos, about your love life, about our love life, please feel free to leave a comment. We'll respond to everything.
Definitely. And, tell us about, what questions that you asked your partner or your future partner. Like, what would you want to know about somebody before you guys kind of take that leap in meeting each other or going on that second date,
Yeah.
What are things that you need to know about this other person in order for y'all to move forward? Yeah, but
Until next time,
as always,
this is LifeSwitch. Bye. Quick side note. So today, in honor of Valentine's Day, I'll leave you with these images.